Hey guys, it's Joel from guntoter.org. Welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to be talking a little bit about load carriage. And before we get started, if you want to head down in the corner, like, share, subscribe, and if you could go down in the description and check out our Patreon page. I do buy all this gear that I review, and I could really use your help to keep buying gear and keep this information flowing so that I can help you. So, load carriage. Lots of people right now are getting into kind of the preparedness aspect of things. The AR-15 is super popular, flying off the shelves, especially now as the political winds keep shifting. And one thing that I think a lot of people have not really thought about is load carriage. Like, great, I've got an AR-15. It only holds one magazine. How do I carry all the other magazines, you know? Lots of guys get really heavy into plate carriers. Lots of guys get really heavy into a lot of the latest and greatest, like Haley, Spiritus, and those brands. I'm going to throw some options out there and just kind of try to get your head spinning around maybe some other things. If you can't get a hold of one of the Gucci, sets of gear, what are some other options? Now, first off, I know a lot of guys very much are geared towards plate carriers and plate carrier accessories. If you have the budget for a plate carrier and plates, by all means, go for it. I think it's a very useful tool, very useful piece of protective gear. I think you should have plates. With that said, plates, good plates, not all plates are expensive, but you get what you pay for. Good plates tend to get a little expensive, and a plate carrier without any plates is kind of like wearing a bag, especially once you try to actually put gear on it and start loading it down. So if you are saving up to get a plate carrier and set it up, that's fine. Also keep in mind, depending on what mission you're planning for or how you're seeing yourself using your AR-15, a plate carrier may not be the best option. Something like just a chest rig might be a better option than a full-on plate carrier. I know a lot of guys really like the Gucci gear, right? Spiritus, Haley, they both make great gear. They both also pretty much stay out of stock constantly. So I know a lot of guys are really frustrated. They're like, oh, I want to get load carriage gear, but I can never find what I want in stock. Don't let me discourage you from buying the cool guy stuff. I like it. In fact, gonna have a video coming out here shortly about some accessories for Haley and Spiritus. But if your focus right now is on, I've got a rifle, how do I carry the magazines, what's the shortest, quickest way for me to have a way to carry magazines, here's some other thoughts. Now, what I'm wearing right now, this is an old Blackhawk vest. And by old, I mean I literally found this thing in a dumpster. So I can feel your judgment. Don't go judging. It's set up for mags, right? So people are like, oh, well, it's all you can do is shove mags in there. Well, yes and no, right? So this is set up to carry 8 mags and possibly 2 pistol mags. But the way I've got it loaded down right now, kind of walk you through it. Yes, I have mags. I have 4 mags. So there's your 4 mags. That's easily as much as I can carry. Actually, it's more than I can carry in a Haley, and it's almost as much as I can carry in a Spiritus loading both pouches. I've also got an insert here, which from ATS Tactical Gear, which allows me to carry my med gear in this pouch. I do not have a tourniquet in there, but I can easily put a tourniquet up on my shoulders or in another position. So yes, I realize there's not a tourniquet in there, but all the other components are right here. Radio, got my UV5R right there. I've also got a multi-tool, and I've got a flashlight. I've got a decent loadout right now, and this was free. Granted, if you don't want to go dumpster diving, it might cost you between $70 to $100, but it's a lot easier to find these right now than it is to find your Haley or Spiritus. Another option, eBay. If you can find good sellers with good feedback, there was a system, or there still is a system, called SOFLCS. Don't do dirty jokes with that. That's Special Operations Forces Load Carriage System. and there was a whole bunch of different components to it, and a lot of the older Coyote and some of the multicam are showing up on eBay from a lot of verified sellers that this is their job, is they buy old surplus and sell it, right? Well, SOFLCS, I'll give you a couple of examples. Here's a Eagle carrier, right? Once again, it's not super modular. The pouches are kind of fixed, but use your imagination, right? Like, I can cram a lot of stuff into these pouches that maybe it's like, oh, it's a magazine pouch. Oh, it's a whatever you want it to be pouch. You just got to get a little creative. Is it ideal? Maybe not. Will it work? Yeah, it'll work. Use your imagination. This was around, I think, $100 from a verified seller. Another option is there's a lot of Facebook groups where you can buy, sell, trade. Once again, make sure you get a verified seller, someone who's got a lot of good feedback. But this is a piece of SOFLCS gear. This is a Rhodesian Rig, right? So I can actually put a plate in the front of this, and there is a piece that goes on the back where you can put a plate, but those are a little bit like, it's kind of striking gold if you can actually find the back plate right now. But it's modular, right? I can go on eBay, I can find everything from canteen pouches, I can find mag pouches, grenade pouches, flashbang pouches, smoke pouches, everything, right? It's all there. And a lot of it, if you're willing to shop around and, maybe make some offers and do a little wheeling dealing, you can get full chest rigs. They're going to do everything you need to do, and you can get them pretty much right now. I mean, the stuff is available, all right? And once again, I don't want to rain on your dreams, right? Like, if you want to do Haley, Spiritus, or whatever, that's cool. Save up for it. They're great kit. They're super modular. You can take them back and forth between a chest rig and a plate carrier and all this other stuff. They're great. But if your concern is, I need to carry mags right now, all right, these are options. And they're fairly inexpensive as far as, in the grand scheme of things, especially when I'm pretty sure I saw a Haley full rig going for like $300 on eBay the other day. Trust me, the SOFLCS stuff is a lot cheaper than a $300 Haley rig. Just putting that out there for you, all right? Use your imagination, figure out how you can repurpose pouches, and maybe I'll do another video where I talk about, all the things you can do with a magazine pouch, for example. But just keep that in the back of your mind. Options are out there. It's more important for you to have a decent way to carry mags right now than for you to be sitting around with a pile of mags and a rifle waiting, for the email, for the drop, for Spiritus, or the restock, and I'm going to get the greatest and latest thing. Sometimes perfect is the enemy of good, right? These are good. They will work. Think about it. Keep it in the back of your head. And don't disregard the older stuff just because it's not as cool as the new stuff. Also keep in mind, all of these, I can put a plate carrier on, and then I can put this on over the plate carrier. Is it ideal? No. Sometimes it's kind of annoying making sure you get the straps where you need them to be. But it can be done. Don't let perfect be the enemy of good enough. All right? Normally, no one likes good enough. They all want perfect. Sometimes if you're waiting around for perfect, you're going to miss getting what you need right now. Anyway, that's motivation for the day. We're done. So, hope it was useful. Hope it kind of got your mind turning a little bit. If it was useful, once again, in the corner, like, share. If you got comments, if you've got a favorite seller, for example, drop it in the comments. If you have a particular configuration that you like to run, put that in the comments. If you think I'm all jacked up, sure, put that in the comments too. I don't really care. I will read. I may or may not respond, especially if you're telling me I'm a football bat, but still. Also, as I said, I buy all this stuff, so I've probably spent more time on eBay than I should. If you could help us out, down in the description, hit the Patreon page. I've got 605 subscribers. I've got a whopping 2 patrons. So if you could help me out, it's $5 a month. Not a huge deal, but it definitely helps me buy the gear so that I can make these reviews and kind of keep the information flowing. If there is something you would like me to review that is, reasonable given that I only have 2 patrons, drop it down in the comments and I will definitely take a look at that. So once again, thank you very much for watching. Hope this was useful for you, and I will see you again next time.